Look, I love NXT. NXT is my favorite wrestling show in the world, but No Mercy committed a horrible, unforgivable crime in having Oba Femi lose the NXT Championship. Like, what? Now, I get it, the day was eventually gonna come that he was gonna lose the championship, and it was always going to be between two people, Ricky Saints or Javon Evans. But I didn't think it was gonna happen yet, and I was really praying it was not gonna be Ricky Saints. Don't get me wrong, the guy is cool, he has a lot of charisma, he's really good, but something is just missing, and he's not on Oba Femi's level. I mean, the whole match, Oba Femi dog walked the dude, but he still ended up winning, and it honestly felt kinda anticlimactic when he did. Now, rest in peace Oba Femi's World Championship reign, you are truly the best champion in all of WWE, but I guess it's better to just rip the band-aid off now. I mean, Ricky Saints is more defeatable than Oba Femi was, and I don't mean that disrespectfully, but I mean, Oba Femi was just on another level. It was really difficult to see anybody take that belt from him. But Ricky Saints, there's a lot of people I can see potentially beat him, and that's good. Because, like, let's put it this way, I don't see Ethan Page whatsoever being able to defeat Oba Femi, but I can see him beat Ricky Saints. I can very easily see Javon Evans take that belt a lot easier than I could see him take the belt from Oba Femi. So I think it's overall better for the landscape of NXT because nobody was on Oba Femi's level. He's truly a level above everyone else. I think while this takes the belt down a level, it's going to be good in the long run. As for what happens next with Oba Femi, a lot of people say he should go to the main roster. I don't want that to happen just yet. I think it would do well, but I want to see him stick around in NXT and take a few losses because his whole NXT run has been about him dominating, constantly winning. We haven't seen him go back and forth, take a few losses, and when he goes to the main roster, he's not going to be booked this dominantly. Well, I would hope he would, but most likely eventually he's going to start taking losses, kind of like how Gunther did. And I think NXT is all about preparing people for the main roster, so having him go back and forth, maybe take a few losses, not completely bury the dude, but just see how he progresses after not constantly winning would be good before we send him off. But on the other hand, if we just send him straight to the main roster, have him have a completely dominant reign, I would love that. As you guys know, Oba Femi is my favorite male wrestler right now, so I just want to see the best for the dude. In other news, Ava announced that in a few weeks time we're going to get the TNA NXT Invasion special event, which is going to be a traditional Survivor Series like match for the men and women, NXT versus TNA, and we're also going to have the NXT Tag Team Championships on the line between Dark State and Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, the Hardy Boys. This is going to be really awesome. I've really missed the traditional Survivor Series matches. I've been begging for it to come back on Survivor Series itself. Like, I love war games, but I'm kind of tired of it. So having this back, especially for this storyline, feels very fitting. And when it comes to the tag team match, I think the Hardy Boys need to win those championships. I mean, NXT's tag team division is dead. It's horrible. So putting it on some legends, I think will not only benefit the championships, I think it would just be cool to see them. Because, like, I'm not exactly excited to see Dark State every week. If I get to see the Hardy Boys with the tag team championships every week on NXT, I'd be very happy for that. The show itself though opened with a match between Javon Evans and Josh Briggs, and credit to Josh Briggs, man, he really is holding his own on NXT. I know a lot of his heat is seemingly online go away heat, but I think he's doing very good and he kept up with Javon Evans really nicely. Now Javon Evans did pick up the victory, and I'm curious where Javon Evans goes next because Josh Briggs, he can just go feud with any other babyface. What's next for Javon Evans? I don't particularly know because I was always under the assumption that he's going to be the one to dethrone Oba Femi. That was what I wanted. I think that's what a lot of people wanted. Again, no offense to Ricky Saints, but Javon Evans just felt like the natural choice, and I don't see where we're going with him now because Ethan Page still has his stuff for the NXT North American Championship, and you're probably gonna want Ricky Saints to feud with a heel first. So I'm not sure what the first option is now for Javon Evans, and he's not getting called up, so I'm kind of confused there. Obviously he's going to be he's going to face for the X Division Championship at Bound for Glory, and he's probably going to be on the men's team for the Survivor Series matches. So that should keep him busy. So yeah, that's probably what he's going to do next. Following this up, we had the Women's Speed Championship being defended. So Ruca was supposed to defend it against Lainey Reid, but she got injured unfortunately. We're going to address that in a short little while, so keep up. But she is replaced tonight by Jaida Parker, and this is a quick little match. I'm surprised how much I enjoyed this match. It's probably because Ruca and Zarya are two of the top women on NXT. I enjoy them so much. This was an overall good match, although it didn't end cleanly because Jaida Parker near the end was trying to get in Zarya's face, then Lash Legend appeared, and that all caused a distraction, allowed Ruca to hit the Sol Snatcher and retain her championship. I'm so glad with this. I I was convinced Lainey Reid's gonna take the Speed Championship tonight and we're not gonna have Sol 2 belts. Somehow, miraculously, someone up there was listening to me because Sol retained her championship. I'm just so glad with that. She should not lose these championships ever. She just end up retiring with them. And I'm also glad they didn't do the breakup scenario I thought they were gonna do with Zarya accidentally costing Sol the championship. So I'm just happy overall about this. And we follow this up with the Weaponized Steel Cage match between Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe, which was by far to me the match of the night. I really enjoyed this. What I really enjoyed about this match is how extreme it was and how many cool moments there were without needing a lot of blood, like physical, gruesome violence. Like Blake Monroe cutting Jordynne Grace's hair. I thought that was cool. I really liked that. And then dropping Jordynne Grace, dropping Blake Monroe and all those diamonds, that looked brutal. But overall, this match of the night for me. Although I don't believe this feud is over. In my opinion, I think Jordynne Grace is going to be next in line for the NXT Women's Championship, and she's probably gonna win that championship. And in the meanwhile, Blake Monroe is gonna build herself up, and once Jordynne Grace is the champion, they're gonna meet again in this big final match, maybe at Stand and Deliver next year. I could see that happening. As far as Jordynne Grace goes, I'm really buying into her now. Again, I've said week over week, I'm really feeling something missing, but tonight that really hit. I really saw all the potential in her that there is. So I hope they keep building this momentum, and for once, I'm actually ready to see her as NXT Women's Champion. So overall, great. Just best moment of the night for me. The following match was the NXT Canadian/North American Championship, Ethan Page defending it against Tavion Heights, and this was kind of a low point for me. I've really not felt this feud. I mean, there's been some cool moments, some cool occasional matches, but overall it's just been very boring. Like Tavion Heights, he needs something. He's a good babyface, he does his job well, but he's just so plain and there's something missing. There's some edge missing there, and I just wanted this to get over because Ethan Page retains the championship in a solid match. It's okay, I don't think it stood out to me a lot, but after the match, Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. appeared and he challenged Ethan Page to a match. I think it's probably gonna turn into a title versus title match. I'm way more excited for this match than I was for the Tavion Heights match. So much more excited for it. This is probably going to be a match that happens at Invasion, or at least I hope so, because it would make kind of sense. All the TNA versus NXT matches, kind of having a NXT versus AAA match on the card would kind of feel fitting. So I hope that happens. And as far as that goes, I wouldn't mind seeing Ethan Page holding 2 belts too. I think that would be pretty cool. And then the main event, well, not for the show, for my review, is Jacy Jayne versus Lola Vice. Now before this match, we had a segment where Lainey Reid was talking to an interviewer about her injured foot, and then Lola Vice came up to her, tried giving her some consolence, tried telling her that you're gonna get back up, but Lainey Reid just shooed her away. She was not interested in Lola Vice's help at all. So that led us directly into Lola Vice versus Jacy Jayne, another really good match, and unfortunately, Jacy Jayne retained. Like I said, I'm not going to be upset about it. I've loved Jacy Jayne's title reign, but I was really hoping this is the moment Lola Vice picks up that championship. It doesn't happen. During the match, Fallon Henley gets sent backstage because she tried interfering during the match, leaving Jacy Jayne alone, but she wasn't alone because during the match, Lola Vice fell to the outside of the ring, attacked her with her hoodie up and everything. She attacked her, ran away, and this allowed Jacy Jayne to retain her championship. A really nice moment. Now, I'm not sure whether or not Lainey Reid's injury is faked, but if it is, I think that would have been a great swerve because nobody would have expected Lainey Reid to save or help Jacy Jayne with an injured foot. So I kind of hope she's not injured and this was all just a ploy because that would be really sick. So that being said, NXT No Mercy for me was a 9 out of 10 pay-per-view. I enjoyed a lot of it. I don't agree with the decision of Oba Femi losing the championship. Not at all. If you were going to call him up with the NXT Championship. Have something similar to what Kevin Owens did to John Cena back in 2014 or was it 2015? Something like that. And on the other hand, I didn't really enjoy Ethan Page versus Tavion Heights that much, but the rest of the show was pretty good. It was only those 2 things that I can complain about brings the show a tiny bit down, but I can't say I was upset with it. So if you like my review of No Mercy, please leave a like and subscribe. I cover NXT, TNA, and Evolve every single week. Along with every Thursday, I do a podcast with PUWF where we just talk about Evolve for about 2 hours. So you should really tune into that. It's really fun time. So I hope to see you all again soon. Please leave a like, subscribe, and join the family. Goodbye, everyone.